Uptown girls, entertainers, and women who had their ways. Here's everything you need to know about the Piano Man's wives. Billy Joel's first marriage came before he achieved his superstar celebrity status, at a time when he had yet to perform under the name Billy Joel. Before becoming a solo performer, Joel was a member of a 1960s rock group called the Hassles. Though they released 2 albums, the band's dynamic was volatile, and they split in 1969, with Joel going on to form a duo named Attila with Hassles drummer John Small. Attila sounded nothing like the music that Joel would later make. At the time, he and his partner were interested in amplification and psychedelia. Their 1970 album is little loved today, but the collaboration is notable for the way it ended, with Joel having a marriage-destroying affair with Small's wife, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, who had a child with John Small, reportedly decided to leave the love triangle entirely shortly after the affair was revealed. But by 1973, she and Joel had reunited. They married that year. According to drummer Bruce Gentile, it was Elizabeth who inspired some of Joel's greatest early love songs, including She's Got Away and She's Always a Woman. But Elizabeth, who had studied business, was also instrumental in helping Joel make the right business decisions in his music career on the road to stardom. She even became his manager for a time. The pair divorced in 1982. Billy Joel's most famous relationship is arguably his second marriage to the model and actress Christie Brinkley. The pair met in 1983 while on vacation separately in the Caribbean. Joel attracted her attention by playing piano in the hotel bar, and they struck up a friendship.
So I just said, you look like a Joe to me. And I called him Joe forever. I never called him anything but Joe.
They married 2 years later and became tabloid fodder for the rest of the decade, with commentators often insinuating that the blonde bombshell and the soulful crooner were an odd match. However, Joel often went out of his way to defend their intellectual connection, telling Rolling Stone in 1990, "What bothers me is when, because of what she looks like and what she does for a living, people fall back on the stereotype of her as being a dumb blonde, which she definitely is not." The couple had Joel's first child together, Alexa Ray, in 1985. Joel and Brinkley divorced in 1994 after 9 years together. Their breakup was said to be amicable, though Brinkley later told Entertainment Weekly that the relationship suffered from a lack of communication. Billy Joel's third marriage was to Katie Lee, who is known today as a cookbook author and TV food critic. As Lee recalled in an interview with Oprah, she and Joel met at New York's luxurious Peninsula Hotel, where they were both staying while visiting the city. After Lee's friend invited Joel to join them for a drink, they went on to have dinner together. With food being the way to Lee's heart, they quickly hit it off, and Joel sealed the deal by inviting Lee to see his Broadway show, where he jumped on stage to perform the finale. When the relationship was made public, it drew media attention, mostly on account of the 32-year age gap between the pair. They were married in 2004, around a year after their first meeting, and split in 2009. News outlets and tabloid websites offered widespread coverage of their divorce settlement, which included a luxurious townhouse for Lee. Billy Joel has been married to his current wife Alexis Roderick since 2015, though their romance reportedly goes back far longer. As noted in a much-cited New Yorker profile, Joel and Roderick met in 2009, the year that his divorce from his third wife, Katie Lee, was finalized. Roderick, who once worked for Morgan Stanley as a risk manager, caught Joel's attention at a Huntington restaurant, and the singer managed to get her number and invite her to hear him play at his home. Though they didn't hook up instantly, they grew closer as the months passed and have now been together for the best part of a decade. Their first child, Della Rose Joel, was born shortly after their wedding in 2015, when Joel was 66. Their second, Remy and Joel, arrived 2 years later. Once again, the couple's age gap is often brought up. At the time of his 2024 Grammy Awards performance, Joel was 74, while Roderick was just 41, making the Piano Man singer 33 years older than his wife. Nevertheless, they appear to be a happy couple, with their 2 children also present at the ceremony. There has been a fresh wave of interest in Billy Joel's ex-wives following his much-publicized performance at the 2024 Grammy Awards. Following her divorce from Joel, Elizabeth Weber Small largely retreated from the public eye, with most outlets agreeing that there are no available records of her whereabouts after her divorce from Joel. Christie Brinkley, meanwhile, remains a famous face. Though she no longer models, she continues to make regular television appearances, particularly when promoting her activism. She was especially visible following Russia's invasion of Ukraine in 2022, when she highlighted the threat posed by a potential nuclear meltdown in the New York Times. She remarried twice following her relationship with Joel, and divorced her most recent husband, architect Peter Cook, in 2008. Katie Lee also remarried following her split from Joel. She and her husband, TV executive Ryan Beagle, tied the knot in 2018, and she is a board member of the Food Bank for New York City and an ambassador for numerous wildlife charities.